Hey everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope this video can make it a little bit better. It's the start of a new week, so it's time for a new set of weekly adventures. So we have a 1.5, a 2, and a 4-star adventure. For the 1.5, we have Karma with Natural Magic. All cards cost 2 less, so this is both yours as well as the enemy's cards. So you're going to want to play someone that has a fairly cheap deck. That way you can benefit from this and be able to play a lot of your cards in the first couple rounds, because most of the enemies will be playing pretty much their whole hand in the first opening rounds. So if you go with a little bit of a slower deck, then you're going to have a pretty bad time because the enemy is just going to overwhelm you. So any deck that has a lot of cheap cards is pretty good here. You want to be very aggressive and try to overpower the enemy. Also note that Janna is especially good here because all your cards are essentially cost reduced. So every time you're playing any of your cards, you're triggering both of your star powers. That could also be a very solid option here. Next up, for the 2 stars up against Victor, we have Ocean's Verse. When either player plays a spell, give their weakest ally elusive this round. And then Fortifications, the foe's nexus is tough. So you want to be able to have some spells on hand so you can always give your units elusive, either to try to get around enemy blockers or just to make sure you can block the enemy if they're giving their own units that elusive. So going for someone like Annie, where you make a spell every single round, would be really solid here. Now, Annie's not the only one. There's others like Master Yi, Lee Sin, LeBlanc. Good amount of decks that are making spells every single round. They would be pretty good here. You could also go for like the Grand General's counter plan, get your champion on the board, and then you know you're making a spell every round as well. Or it would also be solid to maybe throw on the Luminous Orb on your champion. That gives you that 3 health as well as the ability to block elusives. So if you're someone that you're not going to be able to proc those spells that often, that would be a solid relic just to make sure you're not getting rushed down by elusives without the ability to block. Now, the foe's nexus having tough, you're just going to want to be able to do some big hits. You don't want to hit the nexus with a lot of small little hits. This is really going to counter some people like Misfortune, where she does a lot of small hits to the enemy nexus. Also, this is going to counter Jinx, because again, Jinx damages the enemy nexus every time she plays a card, but it's just for 1 damage, so this is going to completely nullify that as well. Most decks will be fine, but specifically Misfortune as well as Jinx will really feel this one. Next up then, 4 stars, Tahm Kench. Little buddies, round start, the foe summons a random 1-cost Poro. So for this one, might want to go for some of the champions that really benefit from unit deaths. Volibear will be amazing here. You'll be able to kill those Poros so easily, make all those sigils, and really drop those Titanic units especially quickly. So he would be really good here. Kayn would also be very solid. Get those kills and scale up your units very quickly. Power Overwhelming, round end, grant the foe's units 1/1. This will actually be pretty difficult when paired with the little buddies, because they're going to have very quickly a full board, and their whole board is getting buffed up every single round. So really going for those champions that are trying to get a lot of removal will be very important. You want to make sure the enemy isn't able to benefit from the power overwhelming, and they're getting at least 1 free unit every single round. Then they also get the vicious enemy, just making everything a little bit harder. So definitely go for one of the removal heavy decks. Focus on killing enemy units over damaging the nexus, because unless you're going to actually destroy the nexus, it's more important just to make sure the enemy isn't getting a full board and scaling up with the power overwhelming. So there's a decent amount of decks that have a lot of removal. Kindred's pretty good. You can go also very strong with Aatrox, especially with Grand General's counterplan. Garen is solid as well, but I would personally go with Volibear or Kayn, because not only do they have a decent amount of removal, but you'll actually be benefiting more from killing all the enemy units, especially these Poros, which will be very easy to kill, at least initially. Overall, this seems like a pretty fun and interesting week. A lot more to think about than just, oh, play Piltover and Zon because they're gonna cost 1 less. And some of the abilities, especially in the 4-star, give you more to think around, and it's not just a flat bonus of this is going to be more annoying for you, like some of the previous powers have been. So it seems like a pretty solid week. Definitely let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this week. Also, I'm still streaming every single day the monthly challenges. That goes up at 9 a.m. Eastern, which will be probably an hour after this video goes live. So definitely head over to Twitch, check it out. I'll put a link down below if you're interested. Hope to see you there, and I hope you all have a great day.